Hello, hello. Welcome to the Keto Mom page. My name is Stephanie, and we are starting off our Monday with morning mindset. As you're tuning in, tell me where you're tuning in from. I'm tuning in from Minnesota. It is a beautiful, beautiful morning. It's absolutely beautiful out. You can hear the birds. It's perfect sweatshirt weather, and you might be like, what? Minnesota gets to the point where about this time in the evenings, it gets cold. The water will start to get cold, and we will dive into fall and winter. Not yet, soon enough. So tell me this, where are you tuning in from? And we're going to talk about self-limiting beliefs. So we're going to talk about the book that my husband and I are writing. So we're writing a book called Awareness Revolution. We've been going through it for a while. And the book is right here. It's on my laptop. And in general, I'm not going through the whole book with you, but I'm just giving you an understanding of the word awareness and where you need to be aware in all areas of your life. And the reason I'm talking about that is because oftentimes so this page is called Keto Mom. This page was started for fat loss. This page was started so that people could find some recipes and lose some weight, basically, right? And over the last 8 years, I've realized that people don't just need recipes. They need an understanding. They need this word awareness around so many different areas of their life and how other areas of your life are affecting your lack of fat loss. And you might be like, what? So we've gone through lots of different topics. The last chapter I did not go through. It's about parenting, but there is a chapter on awareness and parenting in this book. It's awareness in lots of different areas because I truly believe that if your goal is to lose fat and if your goal is to get healthy, you also might have areas of your life where you need to work on, right? If you have an awareness of, I eat when I'm stressed and I eat because I'm financially frustrated, and then all of a sudden you go, oh, it's not the food that I necessarily need to fix. It's I eat when I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated because I need to fix my finances. I need to have the awareness of I need to fix my finances. And then when that's fixed, it like cycles into your diet. You choose better because that area is fixed. Does that make sense? So a topic we're going to talk about today is awareness around your self-limiting beliefs. First of all, tell me where you're tuning in from. How are you doing? How is your Monday? How is it starting off? My girls are looking through the window. And honestly, I think this is huge. I was listening to a podcast. We went to Dallas and then came home from Dallas. And I was listening to a podcast by Erwin McManus. And he talked about exactly kind of what I'm going to talk about right now. In this chapter, we talk about recognizing limiting beliefs, like understanding why you think the way you think, why you believe the things about you. Is it from your past? It was from a teacher? Was it from a parent? Was it from somebody speaking something over you? Because oftentimes we put these limiting beliefs in our mindset and we believe that we can't do something because of the past, because of the things that people have said about us. So how do we get through that? How do we break through that? Honestly, having an awareness of just because somebody spoke something over me doesn't mean it's truth. I don't have to live in the past. If I live back here, I'm not moving forward. And how do I break those? How many of you, I don't know, I did a live a little while ago and we talked about I am statements. We talked about your I am statements or affirmations or the power of them and how to make them, like how to physically write out an I am statement. And we talked about that in this chapter. We talked about overcoming challenges through awareness and courage, understanding your limiting beliefs, and then embracing a new narrative. And how do we create a new narrative in our mindset? How do we believe that we can? How do we erase the past and move forward? How do we do this? A lot of it has to do with an awareness, recognizing why you believe the way you believe and going, oh, I have been letting that teacher's words over me dictate my thoughts and therefore who I am today because of one phrase or one friend or one negative word over you. Does it hurt? 100%. Does it have to dictate your life? Absolutely not. And so we go through something called I am statements or affirmations, and you going, who do I want to actually be? Who do I, like if I were to look in the future and go, this is me, this is who I want to be. What are some words that come to your mind? If you're like, if you're like, oh, I'd love to be more creative. I'd love to be more fit. I'd love to lose weight. I'd love to be healthy. I would love to be a better parent. I would love to be a better spouse. I would love to, whatever it is. I would, look at the sun is popping out. It was super cloudy and rainy, and now it's just absolutely beautiful. So tell me this, if you had to pick a word, I need your participation. If you were to say, all right, I'm going to put some new words to me working towards my future self. I want you to say some things that you're like, even if you don't believe it right now. I am strong. I am beautiful. I am wise. I am successful in my career. I am a present parent. I have a great marriage. What are some things that you would love to believe for and that you're going to start believing for? Also, I did a live probably a couple months ago all about your I am disciplined. I love that. All about your I am statements. A very specific way on how to write them. And so if you want that live, and I went through like how to do it, adjectives, verbs, how to write it. If you want that live, why don't you just post, what would be a good word? I can send it to you. Can you just post below I am statements? Just post I am statements in the comments, and I'll send that live to you. So you can go back and actually follow a system or follow a way of writing your own I am statements. I thought it was really great. So in general, the point of awareness around your limiting beliefs is to go, why do I believe the way I do? Is that really true? Once you have an understanding, you can go, I don't actually have to believe that. I hope it's not too bright as I'm talking, because my screen got really bright, so I apologize. Here's a couple more thoughts for you, and then I'll let you go. If you write I am below, I will send that to you, that live. All right. A podcast I was listening to, here's what he said. He goes, you cannot maintain a single healthy pattern without a healthy why. So as we figure out your I am statements and why you believe the way you do and why your mindset is the way that it is and why you operate the way that you do, you need a healthy why. Why do you want to get strong? Why do you want change in your life, right? You cannot maintain a single healthy habit without having a healthy why. So it starts with your mind, and it starts with how you talk to yourself. And so it's interesting. I was listening to the podcast, and he was talking about how kindness is a superpower. And he goes, it's interesting because oftentimes, we want to be a better person to others, but it starts with this. And if you're not being kind to yourself, it's hard to be kind to anybody else around you. So your mindset is important. The way that you speak to yourself is important. Your healthy why is important. And this is super powerful. And here's what he said. He goes, how important do you believe it is for you to keep your commitments to yourself? Do you believe it's important? Maybe I should say, how often do you lie to yourself? I'm going to get up. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to, right? It's the easiest to break our own commitments to ourselves. But I'm going to tell you something. It is fundamentally one of the most important things you can physically do is to actually keep your commitments to yourself. He goes, one of the most important things to create a life with no regrets is to keep the commitments that you have to yourself. He goes, if your commitment is to a goal and not a process, we need to rethink this. Your commitment to yourself shouldn't be, I'm committed to losing 50 pounds. Because when you have the limiting belief come in, or that one word that somebody said to you, or that family member or somebody that says, you can't do this, right? You need to be committed to yourself. Understand that the limiting beliefs aren't true. We need to help you write an I am statement that you're committed to. And also understanding that if you're committed to a goal, it's easy to let yourself off the hook. If you're committed to the process, it's going to switch everything up here. I'm not committed to losing the 50 pounds. I'm committed to what? What's the process of losing that? packing my lunch, planning my week. I'm committed to doing my I am statements. I'm committed to going to the gym 3 days a week. I'm committed to drinking my water. Like, you're committed to the process. And if you're committed to the process, you'll hit the goal. If you're committed to the goal, what will happen? You don't have the process to fall back to. You're like, well, I was going to lose the weight. I said I was going to lose the weight. Then I got frustrated because of my self-doubt, because of my past. I'm just not going to do it. So I want you to, if I had to leave you with one thing today, it's simply this. It is fundamentally or foundationally, either way, one of the most important things that you need to do to create a life you will live with no regrets. Committed to yourself. Committed to the process. Committed to the process, not the goal. So if you've been having goals and you don't actually have the how-to, the process, the how I need to get there, let's work on that. And I can talk more about that in the next coming lives. But I'm going to say that's the thought I'm going to leave you with. Do you physically have a process, or is it just, I'm going to lose weight? I'm going to get out of debt. I want. So as you go throughout today and the rest of your week, what is the process you're committed to? What are the self-limiting beliefs we need to get over? I will help you with an I am statement. So I'll help you write those. Post I am below. And we'll send you the live that I did in the past that actually walks you through how to write them and why. Otherwise, thank you for tuning in. Oh, I love that, Sarah from England. I love that you tell me where you're tuning in from. It is going to be a wonderful Monday because you're going to make it a wonderful Monday. And why are you going to make it a wonderful Monday? Because you get to choose your attitude and you get to choose to have an awareness around your emotions and being adaptable. If you have an awareness of your own emotions and being adaptable in the world of sometimes crazy, you can choose to have a great day and make it a great day, because no matter what comes into your day, your attitude or your emotions are unwavering and you're going to choose to respond versus react. You're going to make it a great day. So, all right. Thank you for tuning in. Your presence matters. Reach out with questions below. Send me a message. You can always go to ketomomsecrets.com. Click on recipes, how to get started. I'm sending out trial packs today. Ketones, I drink them every single day. They're my tool of choice. Some of you got up and grabbed coffee. You want to know what? I switched something. I switched something in my mind. Well, this is the last thing. My husband was listening to a podcast, and I don't remember the guy's name, and he's got a morning routine, and one of the things he said, and I can't remember why, but he said you shouldn't have caffeine right away in the morning. You should have water and electrolytes. And he said, really, there was a whole reason of what it does to your body and how your body needs to get up and move around, not just be flooded with caffeine. And so we've been getting up and drinking water with electrolytes, water with salt. And then he said up to 2 hours. I think I've made it 2 hours. I've been up for a while. So I actually have my ketones. My ketones have caffeine in them, and not a lot, 60 milligrams. But I'm switching some things up to hydrate my body, to feel better. And I do think it's important. I don't know why I'm saying this, because I was saying I'm mailing out ketones, but some of you get up in the morning and the only thing that you do is get yourself to the coffee pot. Well, I get up, drink water, drink my electrolytes, read. Now I'm drinking my ketones and talking to you. So, all right. Own your morning, own your day. Super important. I would say own your mindset, own your life. That just came to me. That's really good. That's so good. Actually, I should write that down. Own your mindset, own your life. I do believe it's important. And for those of you who are believers like I am, there's an entire other conversation around who is actually in control of your life and your beliefs and your spiritual mindset. And we can talk about that later. So I would say spiritual comes first for understanding, for sure. Mindset is super important, and we'll go from there. So, all right. Yes, I'll get you the name of the podcast. I have to find it. I'll ask my husband. It's a man that's a biohacker. He talks about your entire day, about how to maximize your time, and he talks about like 90-minute sessions. I feel like it works really well in the morning for anybody, but the rest of the workday works for people who really are entrepreneurs, who own their time frames and can break up their time. So, all right, thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye.